Assalamualaikum and hi, good evening to everyone. My name is Muhammad Taufik, representative from Group 2 for that we are doing the topic about airfield construction, Kuala Lumpur International Airport.
Tiga. Assalamualaikum. Selamat petang. Okay, my name is Muhammad Sazwan. I will continue my part is main element airfield construction. Airfield construction or airport construction involve on construction building, taxiway, apron, runway for aircraft to depart or landing. Airfield construction can be classified as a commercial runway which commonly being used for commercial airline or federal airport, which commonly being known Army Air Force base depend on the use of the airfield. The construction runway for airfield similar to road construction, but the design pavement required depend on the load need to be carried. Okay. First part is apron. The apron is the area of an airport where aircraft are parked, unloaded and loaded. Refill of board. The apron is not usually open to the general public. Permit may be required to gain access. Apron is designated by ICAO. It's not be part of the maneuvering area. All vehicle, aircraft and people using the apron are referred to apron traffic. The second thing is taxiway. Taxiway is a part of aircraft airport connecting runway with apron, hangar, terminal and other facility. They mostly have a hard surface, asphalt, concrete, smaller general aviation airport. This part is runway. According to the International Civilian Aviation Organization, a runway is a defined rectangular area and land and drone prepare for the landing, takeoff of aircraft. Runway may be man-made surface or natural surface. Concrete mixture of both, or natural surface, grass, dirt, gravel, ice, sand and salt. Runway is well taxi and ramp are sometimes referred to as.
So the next is method of construction. In this method of construction consists of site preparation, construction of airfield runway, and testing after construction. Site preparation. Site preparation is including site clearance, setting out, and earthwork. So next is construction of airfield runway. It consists of drainage system, flexible pavement, airfield lighting system, and airfield marking. So for drainage system, airports require rapid water absorption to avoid puddle. Surface water need to flow into drain immediately to ensure the runway is safe for landing and takeoff. Hence, infra work need to start by the construct a taxiway and runway. For the flexible pavement, there is 7 steps that need to do. First is excavation to the proposed level. Second is grading work of the excavate area. Then compaction on top of the excavate area. Then after that, crushed aggregate base course need to be laid. After that, they need to install airfield ground lighting duct and cabling before start the second layer of crusher run. After that, we will install aseptic concrete binder course ACBC. Depend on design by the consultant with 2 layers of black coat, then polymer modified asphalt. This polymer modified asphalt are made to resist regular wear and tear that cause cracking and deformation. It's the asphalt more durable. Last step of flexible pavement is ACWC, which is aseptic concrete wearing course. This is the last layer of flexible pavement. The wearing course will be laid on top of a binder course as per design by the engineer. After construction of a runway, they will do friction tests. Friction tests need to be conducted on the runway by using skid meter. This is to ensure that the runway is in a good condition and able to receive peaceful landing and takeoff. As everyone knows, the load that the airplane inside when landing is higher and it's very big. So the friction test is needed to ensure that the landing can help for the day the plane to land.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So my name is Datuk Wan Azlan Shah. So I want to continue my presentation is about factor affecting runway orientation. So for this factor got 5 points. Point number 1 is direction of prevailing wind, airspace availability, obstruction and navigation, air traffic controller visibility, wildlife hazard, terrain and soil condition. So next one is about a detection of advanced technology to protect environment. Number 1 is sustainable aviation fuel. The single highest operational expenses for the aviation sector is often fuel. SAF implementation could offer a mutually advantage way to treat trash and lower aviation emission at the same time. SAF and biofuel having qualities similar to those of regular jet fuel, but a lower carbon footprint is used to power aeroplanes in comparison to traditional jet fuel. SAF can significantly lower life cycle emission depending on the feedstock and method utilized to.
In airfield construction, adaptation of advanced technology to protect environment is the must for especially in KLIA 2. So the advanced technology that has for now is sustainable aviation fuel. The single highest operation expenses for the aviation sector is fuel. Sustainable aviation fuel implementation could offer a mutually advantageous way to treat trash and lower aviation carbon dioxide emission at the same time. Sustainable aviation fuel is a biofuel that having qualities similar to those of regular jet fuel but a lower carbon footprint. It is used to power aeroplanes in comparison to traditional jet fuel. Sustainable aviation fuel can significantly lower life cycle of GHG emission depending on the feedstock and method to utilize it. Another advanced safety technology that is good to adapt at airfield construction is foreign object debris detection, which we call FODD. Foreign object debris detection is one of technology that developed by UTM students, and it being tested at KLIA 2 for now. And foreign object debris detection is on a field that might harm an aircraft is known as FODD. Detected object radar cross section intensity is no less than 2 dB. The system benefits include low operating costs, little radio frequency, emissions, and most importantly, a highly scalable solution for crowded airports. Other advantages include a computerized system, dependability, which lower the risk of human mistakes and enable continuous runway monitoring around the clock without interfering with airport operation.
Okay, the last one is conclusion. The most important thing in construction of an airfield runway is the runway orientation. The current practice, which is requirement of the Federal Aviation and Administration (FAA) and International Civil Aviation Organization (ICAO), started when designing the airfield runway. The layout of the runway must in the direction of prevailing wind. The designer also need to take the consideration of the airspace availability, obstruction on navigation, air traffic control, visibility, wildlife hazard, and terrain and soil consideration. All this is the factor which can affect the runway orientation.